Greetings, my excellent friends. The Dead Monk welcomes you to Purgatory. And you know what? Home Alone fans are not happy about Disney rebooting the franchise. How long before Disney starts calling all Home Alone fans racist and misogynist? We'll see. Now, before we look at what this says, I said it before, but I strongly feel that Disney is the Electronic Arts of the movie industry. Electronic Arts lost all creativity a long time ago. They don't make their own games. They just buy up video game studios that actually make good games, run them into the ground, completely ruin them, close that studio, buy another studio. Well, they'll buy multiple studios at a time. Rinse and repeat. I see Disney doing the same thing. They bought Marvel, and they've done well with Marvel, but that's not going to last too much longer. They're running it into the ground. They already ruined Marvel Comics. But the MCU, that'll, at some point, and I don't think it's going to be all that long, that'll be gone. So they bought Star Wars. They've already run that into the ground. Now they bought Fox, so look, now we have all these new IPs that we can ruin, because we have no ideas on our own. I mean, look at what they're doing with their own stuff. All they make anymore, they just remake every single movie they ever made. Are there any cartoons left they made that they're not remaking? I'm sure it's not going to be very long at all before we hear about live-action remakes of Fox and the Hound, Lady and the Tramp, let's see what else. The Rescuers, DuckTales the movie, Treasure of the Lost Lamp. That would really be silly, because that's basically Aladdin. But I'm sure they'll get to that one at some point. Yeah, that's all they do anymore. They have no ideas anymore. No creativity, no imagination. So yeah. They're just like EA. What does EA make? They just make the same sports games over and over and over. That's all they make. They make the FIFA, they make the Madden. Those are the big money makers. They just crank out the same shite every year, get you to spend all your money on your loot boxes, all the gambling that they put in their games. So yeah, their games are trash. And they put out some other games that are made by studios that they've bought, until after a few games, EA's just run that studio into the ground and they're gone. Disney's the same thing. Just like EA putting out the same sports games every year, well, Disney, they just put out remakes of their old cartoons. That's all they make. It's the same thing. And then they have a few movies here and there that come out that are made by companies they've purchased. But eventually they run them into the ground. As I said, they've run they've run Star Wars into the ground already. They're in the process of running Marvel into the ground. And I doubt they're going to take too long to completely ruin Fox. All the different Fox IPs. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Disney equals Electronic Arts. So let's see what this says. Alright, Disney had quite a few things to talk about during their Q3 earnings call, and that included the bombshell that its upcoming Disney Plus streaming service will feature reimaginings of Home Alone, Night at the Museum, and Diary of a Wimpy Kid. It just sounds stupid. How can you have Home Alone without Macaulay Culkin? Oh, you know what? That was tried. I know there was a Home Alone 3. I think there might have been a Home Alone 4. Not sure. But in either case, 3 at the very least, no Macaulay. That first one is the biggest revelation, as the first 2 films in the series are classics in many fans' eyes. Yeah, those are great Christmas movies. And will always be linked to stars Macaulay Culkin, Joe Pesci, and Daniel Stern. Now it seems Disney wants to take a go at reimagining that franchise for a new audience, and some fans aren't thrilled with the prospects of what that might mean. And like I said, if you're upset with a movie before it comes out, you must be a misogynist and a racist. So yeah, anybody that likes Home Alone and doesn't want to see a remake, that's what you are. There are a variety of issues some fans have with the idea of a reboot, but most of them seem to fall into 2 different categories. The first one is a complaint we've seen a lot regarding some of Disney's recent output, That being the amount of live-action remakes, yeah, we mentioned that, they've released in theaters. That most recently includes Aladdin, The Lion King, and Dumbo. I've not seen any of those. Well, I've already seen them. I saw them 20 plus years ago. The second category is regarding the original film's premise. And, yeah, this would be Madden 2019, FIFA 2019, and, well, we'll just call this one FIFA 2018. The second category is regarding the original film's premise, where a family goes on vacation only to leave one of the... Yeah, we know what Home Alone is about. Yeah, whatever. Alright, so reactions to it. Amber says, Disney's recycled movie ideas are getting worse and worse. Amber, you are a racist. Brett Cash says, Home Alone, which I don't think should be remade, would not be the same unless based in the 90s. Kevin could literally get anything to the house delivered, charged to his parents' card, and the parents could FaceTime him to check on him. The premise doesn't work today. Leave it be. Yeah, I gave them remaking Home Alone so little thought I didn't even think about it, but that's a very good point, Brett. No, the story wouldn't make any sense now. But you know what, Brett? You are a misogynist. Let's see. Old European Culture says, Kid gets forgotten at home, kid goes on WhatsApp, Hi Mum, you forgot me at home. Then what? Yeah, like Brett said. Same thing, but you know what? Since you have the same argument as Brett, Old European Culture, you are also a misogynist. Not everything needs a remake. Films are works of art. Imagine Disney said, hey, the Mona Lisa is great, but everyone has seen it already. Let's remake the Mona Lisa. People would be like, what the fuck? You can't remake a painting. But you know what, Lona Brain? You, yeah, I think that sounds pretty racist to me. Criticizing Disney and the remake of Home Alone? Yeah, racist. Not everything needs a remake. Films are works of art. Oh no, that's what we just saw. Alright, let's see. Remy S. says, Home Alone 1 and 2 are classic. We're never the same without Macaulay. Leave them alone. Well, here's a cool thought. What if the remake actually has Macaulay? How about that? Let's see. They call it Home Alone 3. Okay, ignore anything that came after 2 because it doesn't have Macaulay. So, Home Alone 1 and 2. It's not a remake. It's a sequel. Find some way that adult Macaulay Culkin gets into a Home Alone situation. I don't think it would be good, but well, what if they did that? They would have Macaulay. So you know what, Remy? For not considering the fact that they could still actually put Macaulay in it, well, you're a misogynist. No, Home Alone is a classic, my children's classic, leave it alone, know when to stop remakes, from Lucy. Sorry, Lucy, you are also a misogynist. So there you go, Disney. There. I already name-called people for you. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Lucy, I take it back. Now that I read this, again, you're not a misogynist. I'm sorry. I apologize. You're a crying man, baby. That's what you are, Lucy. You are a crying man, baby. So there you go, Disney. Here, I insulted all these people for you that just don't want to see Home Alone being remade. But we know the tired arguments that you're going to trot out there, because anybody has criticism about one of your movies? Oh, this is giving me ideas. You know, we already know the man for the job to do all these insults toward fans. And he should be the one directing a Home Alone remake. Oh, yeah. Let's get Rian Johnson out there. Let him direct it. And then let him just shit on all the fans of Home Alone that don't want to see it remade. And call the remake crap because you know it's going to be crap. So all the fans that just speak their mind and tell the truth, nope, they're all crying man babies, misogynists, racists. All of them. So I've talked myself into it. I had no interest in a Home Alone remake before, or anything else Disney's going to put out there. But now I do have interest. This is what I want to see. Somebody out there start a petition, Rian Johnson for the Home Alone remake. Good times. Now, for everything I said before that, of course I'm joking. I don't think any of these people are racist, misogynist, crying man babies. I agree with them. There's no reason to remake Home Alone. But I wasn't joking about Rian Johnson directing a Home Alone remake. I want to see that. Please, please make that happen, Disney. And if you want, comment on some ideas for a Rian Johnson plot for a Home Alone remake. I might think about that myself. And if you made it this far, please consider liking or subscribing. And until next time, don't be a bunch of prots like Disney. Instead, be like these good people with their criticisms of a Home Alone remake and go out there and just be excellent to each other. Farewell.